In today's digital age, a tragedy no longer ends at the scene. Within minutes, smartphones can turn real human suffering into viral content. But behind every video are victims forced to relive their trauma and rights that may have been violated. In this report, we hear from a victim, a psychologist, and a legal expert to understand the real impact of chasing clicks and how empathy is often the first thing lost. For many viewers, these videos are just another clip on a screen. But for those inside the frame, the impact does not end when the footage stops circulating. Beyond the likes, shares, and comments, there is a human cost that few ever see. We spoke to one victim whose private moment of pain was turned into public spectacle without consent.
Cerita tu start bila I dengan kawan I ada this one woman, kita orang end up terlanggar something. After a few days, event tu habis, tiba-tiba ada this one viral video pop up dekat FYP TikTok saya pasal dua perempuan langgar spoiler kereta sampai patah sebab tersangkut dekat handbag.
In the midst of chaos, Laika and her friend accidentally bumped into a car spoiler, causing some damage. A few days later, they discovered that the incident had been recorded by a passerby. The video quickly spread online, and Laika faced harsh criticism from netizens in the comment section.
Even though the owner himself pun macam dah maafkan, but netizen keep on going kecam-kecam and even DM kita orang dia yang cakap, baik kau mati je, kenapa perangai kau macam ni? Dah macam beruk, dah. Banyak lagi lah, banyak sangat.
The pain of being exposed online leave deep emotional scars. To understand how this viral exposure causes secondary trauma, we speak with a psychologist, Farida Hamimi binti Muhammad Nizam, Head of Department Clinical Psychologist at Pusat Pakar Psikologi Jiwa Damai.
Penat video akan dipaksa untuk mengingat kembali trauma tersebut lah. So hal ini boleh mendatangkan re-traumatization. So dia mengingat kembali sensation tu sendiri. Bukan saja ingat memory tapi sensation of the kejadian yang jadi waktu tu lah. So,
moreover, victims can experience re-traumatization when they see such videos as they are forced to relive the moment. This can create a new source of stress and fear, compounding their emotional burden.
Tapi bila timeline keep on lalu dekat diorang punya face, hal ini boleh trigger balik kesedihan tu. Instead of dia habis lepas tu, dia akan trigger berpanjangan lah sepanjang circulation of media tu berlaku. So that's why kita akan kata uncensored tragedy punya video, definitely dia boleh trigger re-traumatization dalam victim tu sendiri dan family of victims lah, macam tu.
The damage does not stop at the mind. What many click chasers forget is that a viral post is not just a moral failure, it's a digital crime scene. To find out how a simple share can lead to a criminal charge under Malaysian law, we speak with a legal expert.
In Malaysia, we have Akta Keterangan 1950. They have specific section 90A for digital evidence. And then please don't circulate. Yeah. One is when you upload and forward certain footage, it may expose the individuals, the one that who upload and forward, to one criminal liability.
She also emphasized that the public should not share videos without carefully considering the context. Doing so may expose individuals to criminal liability. Under Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act, offenders could face a fine of up to 50,000 ringgit, imprisonment for up to 1 year, or both. Additionally, an extra fine of 1,000 ringgit may be imposed for each day the offence continues after conviction. In the race to be the first to post, we often forget who is left behind. As we've seen, a viral video is never just a content. It is a victim's trauma, a potential crime, and a violation of the law. The next time you witness a tragedy, remember your phone can be used to call for help, or it can be used to cause further harm. Chasing clicks kills empathy. Be responsible, be human. For the special report, I am Megat Fazli.